Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Grey-Bearded Summoner. Welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes, where today we're going to be doing a few summons, getting a few freebie summons out of the way, and finally pulling on Choose Your Legend 7, at least to first bar. And that's enough rattling on from me. Let's go ahead and get right on into the summoning. Saving that one for much later. Saving that one for a little bit later. Pirate's Pride. This will also be the group summon, so if you have 5 orbs of your own or a free summon you also want to burn with me, you can picture me on your Chromebooks, your tablets, your MacBooks, your cell phones. I'm going to select redeem right now and hoping for a green. Alright. I'm going to count us down 3, 2, 1, hit confirm, and you can feel free to flex on me in the comment section below or on my Twitter. I'm at Grey Summoner. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I did post a comment for those that follow me on YouTube. Hey, got a Shez. Alright. Again, mine's already plus 10, which I left on my Twitter, but not a bad first pull. I did leave a comment though on my YouTube that I wanted to have some questions for this summoning video. I'll get into them when I'm actually in the swing of Choose Your Legend 7. On this banner, I have all of these units thanks to a Bonding Worlds pull for Lilith. If I could get a green though, why not? Oh, got a green. We're going on that one. Rinka is one of the characters I definitely would like to see a summer alt of. Oop, that's a free green. Of these units, the only one I wouldn't mind a merge of is Yilger. So, personally, I would love a red, but if I get a green, I'm not going to be heartbroken about that either. Got a red. Awesome. Because I would love to get a merge on Leg Yarn. My base Leg Yarn is one of the few I don't have at plus 10, and she's kind of low on merges. Oh, that's an ol'. Darn it. If I wasn't saving orbs for Choose Your Legends, that would definitely be going on that other red. Sadly, the resources aren't there. Perilous Seas. Of these units, I actually don't have Nasala, so if I have a red, I will definitely pull on it. If not, I have... Okay. I was going to say I was going to pull on green, because while I have the pirate pair, I do not have the fair pirate pair, we'll say. I don't have the plus 10 yet, so... And they also have some pretty good fodder of their own, so... Neither of which would hurt my feelings, but I got a Hana. Moving past the bulk of these, except for the free arena summon. Upon investigation, I have reviewed the listing again. There are still a few characters, actually, I am missing off of these lists. Red is still missing the fewest, as I only need a Hubert. So if I get a red, I would happily go in on it, but there are a couple... I believe blue and green are also missing colors. Colorless, I believe I have completed as far as these arena ticket summons. Alright, get the smoke on it. Let's see. Leave it sane. That does not hurt my feelings. I will happily take a merge for her. And now... double checking, yes. On to the main event. Of these units, would I like a copy of each? Yes. However, what I am suspecting, and with what I've seen other Phaetubers go through as far as this banner is concerned, especially one of them named it Failed. Oh boy. That was rough. And I'm not expecting this banner to be any nicer to me. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm pulling full rings until I get to Spar. If I don't get any of the Choose Your Legends units on the way there, or if the two, because the two I want most are Golthag and Corrin. That's because I want them, not because of what they do or anything else. Anyone else along the way, thanks to the freebie pool here, I can get both of them in one spark. So let's go on in and see what we get. Ooh, that's not a bad starting ring. Let's see what we get. Smoke on it. Let's see. Nope, it's Alina. Okay. Since we're into this now, I'm going to go ahead and start answering some of the questions that I've been left. The first one comes from Iseboy901. And their question is, what CYL unit would age the best? In complete truth, support units have a habit of aging the best over time, from what I've experienced in this game. This is not personal opinion. This is not bias in any way, shape, or form. If I have to take an educated guess, the one we're still gonna see people using even later on down the line will probably be Robin, and that's in large part due to Rally Spectrum. Because again, support units can tend to last a lot longer than just about anything else. And so far, first ring, it proves absolutely fruitless, but then again, I wasn't expecting anything less. But thank you, Issei, for your question. The next question comes from BPRZ1TO. Oh, okay. BP bringing the luck. Alright, cool. I have a Robin now. Neat. Like I said, he heard me talking good about him. He's like, oh, hi. Okay, I need to be here. How are you? Yes, I brought Rally Spectrum with me. Neat. Come on in. Let's get a look at the art. I do like the blue and teal. Remind me of the Charlotte Hornets from back in the day. Cool. Alright, so I got one CYL unit in the first ring, and it wasn't one of the ones I was going to be automatically pulling for, so why not? Also, back to BP's very lucky question. What is your first experience with the Fire Emblem franchise? I got a couple, actually. Because my first outright raw experience with the Fire Emblem franchise was playing the original Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64, where I occasionally dabbled in Roy and Marth, but for that particular game I was more of a Samus guy. And I didn't realize that I was a Fire Emblem main until Melee and a guy named Ike came chugging along. So, yeah, that was a thing. But if you're talking mainline Fire Emblem franchise, I did, of course, see, you said experience. So my first full-on experience wasn't even with the game itself, but it was with the first Fire Emblems, the first American-released Fire Emblem, Blazing Blade, and the Dorcas commercial. But don't feed him the soup. But still, I have to chuckle at every time I summon him, which I'm summoning green, so 4-star special, there's a chance. And then my first real interaction with a Fire Emblem game is actually Heroes. I was never a huge strategy guy. There was one strategy game I remember playing prior to Fire Emblem. I was an absolute fan of it. It's called Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge, from the Command & Conquer series. And I absolutely loved that game because there was one board I could manipulate to where the computer opponents could do absolutely nothing about me building 9 air bases and just bombing the heck out of their base pretty much at will. So that was my first foray into strategy was actually that I liked was actually Red Alert. I had played strategy games before, not realizing what they were, and I didn't end up liking them because I didn't understand. I was losing constantly. Hey, Ascended Tiki! You got some good fodder. I'll be happy to hold on to you. What are these? HP res, okay. And you have that delicious speed res finish. Oh, and you got bulwark. Oh, cool. Got a bulwark anyway. And I have my first focus charge, so we got that charged up. Still gonna be at 3% for after this ring, but but yes, as far as physically playing a Fire Emblem game, my first experience was Heroes. Regarding not playing a spin-off and actually playing was actually Blazing Blade, because I played it a little bit through emulation. Right, got a little goal. And again, it was fun, but that I pretty much got through Lynn's story mode and dipped because it's like Lynn's story mode drug on so long. But my next game was Three Houses, and I had no idea how long a chapter could drag on until I got to that game. Still love it, but whew, the monastery sections. But thank you, BP, for that lucky question. Moving on to the next question is Lucifer HQ5PE, and they ask, what are your absolute top 3 favorite units in the game? I'm assuming you mean heroes, as there are some characters here that don't exist anywhere else. My top 3 would be Female Alear, Legendary Veronica, and Fomorius. All are super good, and as Oliver would put it, beautiful. Which, those are some solid choices. However, I am going to sneak a little bit of I'm going to draw a caveat to one of these, because one of my favorite units in the game is actually, right now, 3 units in the game. And it's all the self-refreshing ninjas. I've cleared content without the aid of Phoenix Master. I've cleared Abyssal and Infernal content without the aid of Phoenix Master thanks to those units and 3 dancers. So I have to include all 3 of them, Ninja Lyn, Ninja Core, and Ninja Lake Yarn, because all of them have aided me in clearing very difficult content with this game. Number 2. I'd be remiss if I didn't say something about Summer Core. Yeah, I know she's practically all over the place. She's behind my head over here. And I've mentioned in multiple videos, but for those of you that are new, Summer Corrin, back in 2017, when I started playing this game again during the summer months, was the first 5-star to come home for me. And she's been at the point of my barracks ever since, regardless of whoever else I've wanted to support. The last unit, or the 3rd unit, and these aren't in any necessary order. I'm just going through right now. Those 2 were the easy ones. It's the 3rd unit that's a little bit tougher. You know what? It's going to be another summer unit, but it's me, so that shouldn't be that surprising. Ooh, got a chance at nothing but corn and Goldvig in this ring. Awesome. But regarding Lucifer's question, I would say my next favorite unit after that would have to be Summer Lake Yarn. Or just any Lake Yarn. Dwyer, what's up, buddy? This is 4th time I've seen you. I mean, it's cool, whatever. I mean, again, I can't be upset about any of these pulls because I know I've seen what happens when this banner decides to not like someone. It ain't pretty at all. So none of this is surprising me. But I would have to say Summer Lake Yarn. If I could slightly cheat again, it would be Lake Yarn just herself. Any of her incarnations. But specifically, I will say Summer. Because after Brave Veronica, I believe she was the first plus 10 5-star that I focused on. So, and was able to actually get up due to some good luck in a double special heroes. Alright, last one of this ring. So yeah. The duo ninjas, Summer Corrin, and if not specific Lake Yarn, if specific Summer Lake Yarn. Moving out of the coupons and into the pools that'll cost me a lot. But I hope that answered your question, Lucifer, and thank you for giving me that question. And finally, the last question comes from the Missy fan. And they ask, what is your opinion on our new Infantry Tome Special Flare? A lot of people have been pretty down on it, but I think it's quite good. Well, I'll be honest, I'm disappointed in Flare more than anything else. It's not that it's necessarily a bad skill, but one thing specifically comes to mind regarding why I was like, okay, oh, it's inheritable. And then this just pretty much took that and went and you even mentioned it in your question. It's infantry only. If this was something I could have given any of the cav tomes, the armor tomes, the flyer tomes, flyer specifically, because sometimes they just don't eat good. Ayo, got a Saurian! Looks like I am walking out of here with every CYL unit. So, you know what? That's not that bad. Speaking of Flare, started talking about, thanks for that luck, Miss MC. But yeah, as far as Flare, I mean, it's not a bad special. It has plenty of effects. Its lack of damage resistance piercing is annoying. And the fact that it's restricted to infantry is also heavily annoying. Oh, I forgot to look at the Zephies. Another time. However, all things considered, I mean, it's a good special. It's just if it hadn't been limited to infantry, I would have appreciated it a lot more, and I might have actually been going for a few more copies of Soren than I actually am right now. And we are into the final 10, and that is all of my questions. But thank you all for everyone who submitted them, and I do deeply appreciate that. It gave me something else to talk about. And if you'll excuse me. The other reason why I'm going light on Choose Your Legends is because, again, this banner hasn't impressed me. Excuse me. Apologies. Had a tickle. But with all the other Phaetubers, and even with my run going as it is, yeah, I've gotten 2 of the Choose Your Legends unit, but it was neither of the ones I wanted. So I wasn't really all in for this banner to begin with. And also just the fact that the legendary this month, either legendary or mythic banner this month should have legendary Hinoka on it, and I want copies of her kind of desperately. So if I keep CYL cheap, I'm able to go in on her possibly a little harder than I should. For this last ring, I will be pulling the colorless and the blue first, regardless of where they are, just to see if I can get a Corrin or a Gullwing. That's Forest. And this will be the last of it, though, because I'm not going past first spark. It's not worth it to me, especially as I've cleared the banner officially. Because I'm gonna spark either Corrin or Gullwing, and I'm going to free pull the other. And who is what doesn't really matter. Smoke on green, let's see it. Barst, that's reposition and won't break my heart. If you asked me before I started summoning, did I think I was going to get anything off this banner? I'll be completely honest, no. I didn't think I was getting anything off this banner. And I honestly thought the only thing I'd be walking away with was Corrin and Gullwing. And now, when they come back on another banner, regardless of what it is, if I pull Corrin or Gullwing, I will have access to their skills, because I always like to keep one copy of a unit. And that is it for that. Free spark will be Gullwing. Free spark. I got a Celestial Stone for it. Cool. Love that art. That was the one thing I actually did appreciate about Choose Your Legends this year, is that all the art just pretty much knocked it out of the park. And the free summon goes to Corrin. And with that, I've cleared Choose Your Legends. Maybe in the future I can pull one of them, either Gullwing or Corrin, more likely Gullwing, because I definitely want more of her Flared Sparrow. And as you saw in the intro, I grabbed the art that partially inspired this design for the Cypher card, so. So I'd say all in all, a pretty successful run. Able to walk away with all of the Choose Your Legends this year in one spark. Yeah, works for me. And thank you all for watching. Please feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Also, thank you once again to all of my subscribers, or everyone who left a comment with a question. I do deeply appreciate having something else to talk about. Next week, I believe will be the legendary summon. Will be the legendary summons. So, or at least into the end of next week. So look forward to that if I can get them in. If not, it'll probably be just a clearance rack pull video. Again, though, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And until then and next time, I will see you on the battlefield. Take care, guys.